Okay, I think we're live. Let me go to my phone and make sure, see how the audio sounds. Um should show up on my front page. I am streaming a little sooner than I was going to, but I decided that I was gonna try to stream a little earlier, because why not? Let me look at my I did a story on my Facebook. We'll see who well, and Instagram. We'll just can we add a story? Are we able to do that? We're gonna go ahead and post this link real quick. And then we are gonna write some some banger music, because I've not been working on much music the past few days, so what better way to do it than just work on music. I make no sense. I just need to work on something, so that's what we're gonna do. So if you click that, I'm trying to figure out how to like just attach links. I don't know if that's like an option. Let's do a black background. There we go. I'm gonna say live. I'll also put a thing or go to okay, I'm gonna close YouTube Studios, and well, let me first see if this works as like a link. Yeah, I don't think it does. Okay, cool. Okay, let's transition over our stuff real quick. Let's first of all make sure the sound's working. I think it is. I don't know. We'll turn the reverb up so we have time. Okay, that's working. Awesome. Cool. Let me switch over my phone so I can see when people join the chat. And we spent quite a bit of time. So we have time. All right, there we go. Gotta write some music. I worked on a song last night, and then sadly I lost my project file somehow. It just disappeared itself. So I need to go through, and here it is. That works. We'll go to pattern 1. Let's check this right here real quick. Okay, I have the pattern here, I think. I'm gonna listen to it. This definitely isn't it. I still do like this though. It's a very beautiful melody. The only thing I don't like about it though, it's just not what I want to do for this. So I have I'm trying to think what's a good way to just get the MIDI down. We can start with some guitar. Let me give it a listen. I do have one recording of the track I made last night, so I will probably go ahead and listen to that and reference it. But for right now, I'm just gonna find a good guitar I want. Well, it's a little too loud. Okay, I'm gonna listen. Let's give this a listen. Oh, mine. I did not know that my stuff was super loud or super quiet volume wise. So this is what it sounds like right here. This is just the only recording I have before I lost the project file. So that's like the progression I want. Sadly, I don't know how to play MIDI instruments. So, and guitar is one of those instruments I don't know how to play. So I'm gonna go through and write MIDI. For those who are somehow surprisingly here, and want to know what MIDI is. MIDI is pretty much a digital version of the note. So it's replicating, you know, your note, the tone, the sound, and the frequency of whatever instrument you want. So if I want to go here and let's say I want a, let me make sure real quick. Y'all can see. Okay, there you go. Making sure everything's loaded up fine. An example, if I wanted to go through here and let's say get a guitar. If I go to here, my general MIDI library, I have this guitar preset that I actually really like. It's called, I don't remember. I know it's in the O section here, overdrive guitar, O section of this. I do turn this up and turn the vibrato up, which is gonna give it a little wobbly kind of tone. Let's see. Oh, it's MIDI. Yeah, let's do that. I think this was in the key of F sharp minor. I'm not the type of guy to know crazy music theory, but I have relative pitch, so it's like F. It sounds funny right now. I know it does, but it's what we're working with at the moment. So I'm correct. This should sound right. I don't know. We'll see. You know what? I might actually have one. Let me check, because I might have MIDI for this. Let's open up a project file real quick. Hopefully this does not crash the stream, because some of these project files are hundreds of tracks, which is not normal for many songs. But there are hundreds of different elements, and they sometimes just don't like to cooperate with my i3, which is not a very good CPU. Yeah, it's just taking quite a moment to load. Here we go. I do have the progressions here, which we could use to load orchestra, which I am so happy to play around with some orchestra. I've been wanting to do that for a really long time. So we're gonna see. We're gonna have some fun with that because I love orchestra. Like anything like that, I think mixed with guitars is awesome. So let's go through. I need to start naming my project files. Okay, we'll load that. So this should be the progression, which it was a G5 and a D5. I thought it was F. I might have been thinking of the this second one here, which let's load up a. We'll start off with some really basic piano for right now, and then we'll add in the guitar and everything. We'll just do the Lab Soft Piano by Spitfire Audio. This is probably one of my favorites when it comes to pianos. It had this really soft, like, I'll just show you. Oh, it's awesome how that's not playing. Let's go through here. There we go. There's a really nice sound to it. It's real smooth. Sounds like a, I don't know, it sounds like some type of like game or movie soundtrack, which is not what I'm going for at all. I'm gonna try to turn this into some like more modern gospel, like worship music. So more upbeat. So we'll see what we can do with this. But I love the progression. I think it's a really unique sound. And it has this feel to it that I really like. This is a G5 minor chord, suspended 4. So it's not playing all of the notes correct. It's playing one wrong note. So it has this like suspense to it. I don't know why I can't say you know, I'm gonna give up on that word. Suspense. There we go. And it just kind of gives us this kind of like on the edge of your seat kind of feel, which is I think is really nice to have in a real upbeat song. Sometimes it can be kind of interesting. So we can go here. I have an amazing idea for vocals, but I'm no vocalist. So when I have time, I have this guy. I'm not gonna name any names because it'll spoil it. But he is a very well-known singer who I will probably be releasing 2 songs with next year, which I'm super excited about. And some of you watching might even know who I'm talking about. Let's not spoil it. But I'm super excited for that because that is probably gonna get a lot of traction when I finish the songs. No one has ever heard these songs before, but they are absolutely amazing. I think people are gonna flip out when they hear them. They're really awesome. I've been working on them for a very long time, and I'm super excited to show everybody. But enough stalling. I was looking for the guitar, the guitar sample I wanted, so I think we can now actually. Here we go. So this guitar isn't perfect. I have a friend. I'm waiting for him to come over and record some like real guitar because the tone will just sound like 1,000 times better than what I have here. But this is just some digital references, and I have this idea. So I just want to do something to kind of get that idea down. And I think I want it to do probably 130 BPM. I don't want to go too fast because then when I go to record drums, I'm just gonna struggle. Actually, I might do 140 BPM. Nah, it's a little too. Maybe one. I don't think. Let's do 130. 130, and we can always speed it up. And I will say, because I know some people are probably gonna ask the question. Probably not many, but those who know me will probably ask the question. Hey, is all of this stuff in 432? My answer to that is no. And there is a reason. When you're working digitally with instruments, it is very hard to. Sometimes it's super easy. Like a good example is this plugin. I'm not gonna open it because it's crazy CPU intensive and it will probably bug out my computer. But this plugin Harmless and Citrus, these 2 are synthesizers, and I can go to those if I want and change the frequency on it. But for a lot of other stuff I'm going to be using, like the Spitfire Labs. Well, actually, no, that one has a, I can change the frequency on that one. But this one that I'm using right here, it is, it's a lot different. Okay, I'm Asher. Okay, back to what I was saying though. This one, it's not 432, but I'm going to detune the whole track, or just recreate the track once I get the reference down, and put all the instruments in 432. It's just hard to recreate that frequency digitally. So right now we're just in 440. So this is one of the main like background elements. I'm super happy with like the jazz kind of feel it has. So pattern 2, and let's see. Oh, so we're just gonna go through, add the same thing, same guitar, and there is this cool little thing I want to do. It reminds me of a a guitarist I used to play with. He was an amazing guy. he used to do this thing with his guitar where he would palm mute it and just play a singular note. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So we're gonna go through and recreate how I used to do that digitally, which is it's fairly easy. I'll actually go through it real quick for those who know how to write MIDI and like MIDI. It's a cool little way to do it. I can go here, stretch these notes into single note, so they're just like a just one note. And what we can do is Control B if you're using FL Studio. Oh no, that's the wrong wrong keybind. I think it's Shift. You click it and drag it, and then we can keep doing the same and duplicating these notes over. So it does sound a little funny right now. So what we'll do is go to oh my gosh, I need to lock in. Keep selecting all of the wrong things. So we go here to our guitar, which I would love to open the guitar. There we go. We can bring some of the whatchamacallit. I'll just bring the volume down on that. It'll sound a little nicer. I just kind of want it in the background, like a supporting element. There we go. And something you can't recreate digitally is guitar feedback, which sounds like a bad thing. It sounds like the type of thing. Oh, I don't want guitar feedback. You do sometimes, and like a sense like this, I want a super big sounding guitar. So what I'm gonna do is route guitar number 1 to channel 1. I'll first put just a basic reverb on there. Maybe do a plate reverb. It's like a gold plate, and then just turn the mix down on that. I get a little bigger sound. What was I doing? See, I get off track so easy. Okay, and then we'll go to channel 3, and I'm probably just gonna use flex again because of flexibility. it's in the name. And we want. I'm trying to look. I saw it the other day, and it looked very interesting. It was like a feedback guitar. It might be in. I'm trying to figure out where I might have been in the Essentials bass. No. I'm trying to think. It might be Essentials guitar. It was in the F section. No, it was yeah, no, it was like it's called feedback guitar, and it had a really nice and unique sound, but I don't know where it's at. It's the annoying thing about music sometimes. It's like you'll see, oh, here it is, feedback guitar. Like I was saying, this is annoying thing is sometimes you'll have exactly what you want. You'll have it here, but you just can't find it. I have that same issue with writing melodies. Is like I'll have the idea in mind, but it's like I don't have the music theory knowledge to execute and write that melody that I want. So that's the reason I've been learning, music theory. Okay, this should be done. Oh, it's a sick sound. And we'll layer this with the guitar to get a certain sound. So we'll go ahead and mess with this for a second and get it sounding right. It almost sounds like some kind of like piano synth. But mix with the guitar. We'll listen to it real quick and see what it sounds like. Nice. And we'll do the same thing with, honestly, all of the guitars. We'll route them to the same channel. Oh, something I want to do with this is, because it's now we have instruments clashing. We'll move this 2 octaves down. Actually, we'll just do 1 octave. Yeah, that sounds fine. Let's see what that sounds like together. Nice, sounds good. Now I'm gonna add a compressor. And I'm not gonna go through and explain what everything I'm doing does, because then we would be here for the rest of time. But a compressor is pretty much taking the peaks of the volume and kind of leveling them with some of the lower peaks of the volume. And it's boosting the overall volume to match. Like, so over time, the whole it's just compressing everything together. So it's taking all the peaks of the volume and it's bringing them down. So everything's more of a consistent volume wise, and less dynamic. But with the compressor, you can just adjust your knobs so you're not getting as much compression or more to get more dynamics. So what I'm doing with this compressor here, I'm treating it kind of like a glue compressor, where it's taking all these instruments and it's kind of balancing them all out so they'll fit together a little better. We're already hearing a big difference. It sounds a lot nicer. I will turn these palm muted guitar up a little bit. Let me also adjust the gate on my mic because it keeps I keep cutting out just a little bit. I have it there so there's not as much background noise because there's a lot of people in the house I live in, and it gets very loud at times. But let's go here to 3 and let's give this a listen real quick. Nice. I was giving it a few listens just to make sure everything sounded right. Okay, let's not work on this anymore. Sounds crazy, I know. We're gonna put this off to the side, and let's focus on 2 bars right here. I'm gonna go through. We're gonna copy this, and this is where we might have to end the stream soon. Because I planned on streaming at 7, but I was like, I'm bored, and why wait? It's my stream. I can do what I want. So I decided just to hop on early, but I didn't free up my schedule completely, so I might have to go do a few things, so we might not be streaming for much longer, but I'll start up streaming again later tonight around like 7 or 8, depends. But we should be good for a little while longer, so in the meantime, we can work on orchestra, which I am so pumped to work on. I think it's not like not a lot of people know this, but I love orchestra. I think it's the most amazing thing ever. I think it's really intricate, and like it's just all little like details just make it just amazing. And I think it's really interesting on how all of that works. Like I would love to learn like all the instruments, which it's not as easy as just learning all the instruments, but that's something I've always wanted to do. So I have this plugin right here. It's called Labs. It's by Spitfire Audio. It's probably one of the like most high quality plugins I have. It is. I love it. It's just amazing. And what I could do here is I could load up, let's say this violin here, and I can have my digital MIDI, and I can go through and here. We will, okay, so we have Lab selected and we can play it. Now see what it's gonna sound like. This is kind of like a weird one's cello. Okay, so it sounds weird right now, but you gotta let me stack up things. So how orchestra works, obviously, there's hundreds or, there's tons of musicians, right? All playing either the same thing or little counter melodies or playing the same chord progressions, but just in like different variations of different notations, and slightly different timings sometimes, because, it's just how real instruments work. So that's the thing about digitally recreating orchestra, is you can sometimes have some weird phasing issues, especially stacking everything. Because if you look here, this is the grid. The metronome, if you play it perfectly on each line, it clicks on every single line, right? So it's perfectly in time. And the instruments, because I'm doing it digitally, they're also perfectly on time. So when there's a bunch of different things, when you're recreating digital orchestra, and you have a ton of different things like that, there's something called phasing. It's when two different frequencies that are hitting the same like frequencies on the frequency band, because there's your ears can hear from 20 hertz to I think 40,000 hertz or 50,000, something crazy. I think it's 20,000 to 20 hertz, and around like 500 hertz to like 800 hertz. If you have two instruments playing like really high in that frequency range, you're having clashing because they're both playing the same, frequencies really loud. And sometimes that can make this weird phasing issue. And we might come across it here today while we're doing some of this orchestra. So for those who are interested or not interested, you're gonna learn how to combat that and to fix those types of issues. So yeah, that'll be fun. But one of the main things here with this, we're gonna go through, and honestly there's not much. Again, we're just gonna stack instruments, so if one instrument's not doing a lot, that's like perfectly okay. And we'll play around with different. I'm gonna keep this one high, and the thing which I dislike about labs is this volume slider right here. It goes from like 100 and then it just keeps going down, and it's like a weird how it works. It's not just, it goes up to 400, that's why. I'm tripping. Getting volume right on this plugin is kind of annoying. There's no like better way to do it. I don't know. And I can, like on these, I can tune. If I want to go here, I can go from 440 to 432. But like I said, on the other instruments, I can't do that. It's just something that thought I would bring up. Okay, so we'll keep this at 100% volume. And then, this is when it starts getting a little much on my CPU. So I want a better computer so I can produce bigger and better songs. Because you can't make a great song with a few instruments. I mean, you can. It's just real hard digitally to do that. Granted, this is only a reference, so I'm not expecting too much out of this. Just getting the general. I don't know if I'll get to getting the structure down for the song today, but I know I will. I should have the time to get some basic structuring down, get the main chorus, and hopefully like a basic intro. Well, that's what I'm doing. Right now I'm doing an intro, which will be mainly orchestra, I'm thinking, and I want to add bass. I have this really cool idea for bass. I can play bass. I'm not like no prodigy when it comes to bass, but I would say I'm good enough to record on most songs that I write. But I do have this really nice idea I would like to follow through with. Just give this a listen. So if we play this together with what we have, we'll get a really nice sound. Let me play it real quick and we can give it a listen. For this one, I might actually go through and I'm gonna unmute, I think, some of the stuff. It's my muting tool. There we go, and make this sound a little bigger. There we go. I think these are both pattern 5. We don't need to. That's sounding nice already. Oh, we do want to turn the reverb on this up a little bit. And the volume down. I want to have the reverb up pretty high actually on a lot of these, just because I want everything to feel kind of like real smooth and like wide. Oh, you know what I totally forgot to do? I just realized I wanted to add in an amp to this or an amp plugin to this. Let's do that real quick, because if not, I will listen to it later and be like, oh, this sounds terrible, and then I'll delete the whole project file. I'm like, this is bad. Let's do the smooth amp, see what that sounds like. Oh, that sounds nice. This is with all the effects off. That's with them on. Gives this like amp sound. So what I'll do is bring the high end down, bring some treble up, bring the mid, bring the bass up a little bit, and then bring that mix down. Often when it comes to distortion, I use Saturn 2 by Fab Filter. It's pretty industry standard right here when it comes to audio engineering. It was really expensive. I literally could have bought a whole computer, but I decided to get it, plugins. Woohoo! But it was worth it because it makes my mixes sound so much better because more high quality plugins. This is pretty much just a distortion. It's giving it a slightly like more real sound, which is exactly what we want when we're working with digital instruments. And like I said before, for those who are either just now joining or just didn't hear me, I am just recording, or not recording, but I am just creating and writing right now a kind of a demo for when I get the chance to have some musicians to record what I wrote digitally on an actual, they can play it on an actual instrument and record it. Just because it's like, it sounds so much better. I mean, you really can't just recreate, that real sound. There's no way. I mean, in some situations you can with certain instruments like piano. Like you could very easily recreate it. But yeah. Okay, let's go through it and let's finish the orchestra. Now that I got off track fixing that guitar. Let's add in, these are all of my patterns right here. We're gonna go ahead and add in another Labs keyboard. It's probably one of my favorites. Like it's so good. I want to add in a cello. I'm so excited to add in a cello. This is gonna sound very nice with everything, because it has that like low end mobility that a lot of other instruments don't have. Even bass, it has this like really nice sound. And I might even, I'm gonna pull this one down. There we go. All right, now with this, oh, it's gonna sound so nice with everything. Let's make sure we unmute everything correctly. There we go. Oh, that sounds so nice. Let's bring this up a little bit. There we go. Let's play this with all the violin and everything else. Oh, that sounds really beautiful. That's awesome. I really like that actually. I didn't think it would come out that well. It's actually better than the last one I did. The last one I did wasn't very nice. Wow. Okay, that sounds amazing. Let's add in. I'm trying to think of what other like orchestra type instruments I could add in. Right now, I'm thinking I would love to add piano, but I really don't think it. Maybe harmonic cello. Let's see what that sounds like. All right, we're going to add in that harmonic cello. What this is going to do, you're not really going to be able to hear it as much. It's more of like a type of instrument that's there. You can barely hear it, but when you take it away, you'll know. It kind of just adds in this certain sound. And we'll also add this in with like the low end section of the... well, actually, I'm going to do something interesting with this, actually. We're going to grab all of our muted notes, all the ones that we are not going to use, but we are going to use them. We're going to take them into the high spectrum of the harmonic cello, and we're going to bring the overall volume of this one a little higher, so we get a higher sound. Because really the only high instruments we have, I think it would be the violin, and we'll bring these down. So we'll have, with this harmonic cello, it's really just gonna make it feel a lot more full without adding more instruments to clutter it. That's something that I take into consideration when adding orchestra, especially digitally, because there's so much just going into it. So you got to be careful with making things sound cluttery. So we have things right here. on our low end. So this is, you know, our low section, mid, and then high section of the orchestra. This is kind of like filling it all out and making it a lot more full sounding. And actually this might just, I'm gonna keep that high for right now because our mid section's pretty filled up with this cello right here. So let's give this a listen. We're gonna bring this one down a little bit because you can hear it's overpowering a lot of things. Here, we'll turn it 50%. Do that 40%. And I'm actually gonna, because it's such a high note, this last one would take it out. Ooh, I think a flute would kind of sound nice after hearing that high end buzz. For now though, I do want to focus on, because I had an idea just now. I am going to expect some laughs right about now, because I'm going to get into I'm gonna get into some music theory stuff that I am not very good at. So there's gonna be a lot of wrong things here. That's not gonna sound very good. But we're gonna do our best. So we'll add in our main. Let's real quickly go to here. We'll copy these. We'll make a new pattern 7. We'll open it. We'll open our labs 5. So we have our piano. And we could just leave it, but what I want to do is take our main melody here. We'll copy it, bring it up 1 octave. We'll drag these notes back, and we'll make like a flam type of thing. Give it a nice little, like, we'll take all the low end out because we don't need low end. And then what we'll do is we can take these notes now through this one. And then we'll just start like creating like a melody or something. This is gonna be funny because just because I sit here sounding like I know what I'm doing, when it comes to music, I do when it comes to mixing and doing any type of audio engineering, but music theory and writing is like it's not it's not very, I'm not very good at it. We'll turn the metronome on so we get it right. Sounds like the upload sound for Intel Unison. I think we'll just copy the entire. Let's see how this sounds. I really don't know how I feel about that. We'll just stretch these notes so they sound a little nicer together, and then we'll go from there. We'll see how this sounds with everything in context. We need to grab the. What am I saying? We do need to grab this last note and fix that. So That's what I meant to say. I like it, I guess. Let me try moving this in. I really don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if I like it or if I hate it. So, if you don't know if you like something, you mute it and you keep it for later. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. Because if it's not good, I don't want it in my song. And that's just real. So, we'll delete everything besides these flam notes because these sound absolutely amazing. And we'll just keep these in here. So now all we have is this. It's less melody. I think there was too much going on before. Maybe if the melody sounded a little different, it would sound good. We can add possibly boom, there we go. I like that. That sounds nice. Okay. Nice. We have the intro. Alright, so now that we have the intro, let's just kind of... Oh, my favorite part. Okay, so I'm actually super excited to do this. Because I haven't... I'm grabbing my bass guitar. I know, it's about to get lit. We're gonna add the bass, and if you're watching this, you're just gonna start dancing on the spot, guaranteed. Don't be embarrassed, it's okay, I know. It's gonna go crazy. So let's plug in our bass guitar. And disclaimer, I don't claim to be a professional, so don't make fun of me too much. Spare bass. So is that working? Okay, let's do this up because we're having a lot of latency issues. Let's turn our buffer length down. I'm surprised that's running. Interesting. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's do what? What key is that? I should know this key already. I'm over here writing MIDI. So G, G4, G5, so G3, 4, and 5. So like a ooh, I love that. Wait, let me turn my bass up a little bit. There we go. Actually, I'll just turn the overall gain up. Let's tune our bass real quick, and then we'll just record real quick because it shouldn't take us too long. Oh, we're on guitar tuning. Womp womp. And again, like I said earlier, while I'm tuning this, once I get somebody to play guitar on this, we will tune to 432. So don't worry. That is 100% my plan. So I think for the bass line, because it's a G4, E, A, and then I think an E again. Oh, it's an F sharp. Okay, we can try that. That should sound nice. I guess we should record. Imagine I one take of this, just a one take. That would be awesome. about that last note? I think I might go one higher or one lower. Let's try that one more time. We'll go halfway through. 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally messed it up. I know it sounded probably perfect to y'all, but it I was off time. Nice. Okay, that sounds awesome. And then we'll do a bass slide here at the beginning. Go. Ooh, I love that. It actually sounds amazing. I might not keep it in though. We'll do a. Awesome. That sounds really good. Okay, I think that's all we need to do. Honestly, we don't need any more bass for right now. I did not expect that to go as quick as it did, but I mean, I guess sometimes just recording instruments is easy. It doesn't always have to be hard. It does not always have to be hard to record. Let's start this off here. I'm gonna go ahead and perfect that a little bit. We'll cut some of the some of this and time it up a little more, make it perfect. I know, right? Once we, again, this is a demo, so whatever happens here on this project file, I'll try not to be too attached to it because it's gonna get disappeared. it's gonna get deleted. It will indeed get deleted once the song is finished. So I'm not stressing it. That's the thing about music. It's like once you if you know you got it and you know you got the sauce to make more music, you know. You got the ingredients and you got the what's a good word? You got the cookbook. You got the instructions, right? And you got the knowledge to make exactly what you made again. And you're not going to be too worried about you know, giving that knowledge to other people on how you make your music. That's exactly why you know, I'm doing this, cuz I can make as much of this music as I want, you know, because I know how to make it. But I want to give that ability to other people, to where they can learn how to do what I do. I don't claim to be any prodigy, but I mean, when it comes to writing music, I think there is some very unique aspects and ways that I look at music that can maybe lead to some unique songwriting, which is my goal with everything when it comes to music. Just like I don't want to make what everybody else is making. Let's see how this sounds though. I don't know how I feel about that. We'll mute it for right now and we might edit in later. I like the just sudden like let's add some effects on this. I want to add crazy distortion on this bass. Believe it or not, I'm gonna share this real quick. Okay, let's see. Let's take this metronome off. Add some more distortion to this bass. I want like a really like synth sounding like bass guitar. There we go. That might sound nice with this. So let's go ahead and copy this. Okay, nice. So save this project file, because that would not be good if you lose it. Not be good. Let's call it that. Let's name it that for right now. Let's add in some. I'm gonna add in some claps and like kick drum. Let's use that one. There's some samples I recorded a while back. Never used them. Let's use this one. We'll match this on time. That sounds nice already. Let's copy that. Again, these are references, so I don't even care about how the drums sound right now. They're probably not going to sound very good as of for the moment. I am going to pitch the claps up though. That sounds nice. And then for right now, all right, that's gonna be probably it for right now. I'll be live streaming tonight at like 8:30, I think, and we'll finish up some more music. We'll give this a quick listen through, and then or a quick playthrough, and then we'll come back later and we'll write the rest of this song. I still am super happy with this orchestra though. It sounds amazing. Probably need to work on that bass some more as well. Oh, I realized the drums are gonna come in very, very abrupt. That's what we have for right now, but I guess tomorrow we'll or not tomorrow, later tonight, hopefully we'll structure the song some more, and yeah, we'll work on this song some more. I'm not very happy with how the guitar is sounding right now. I need some real guitar, but yeah, I'll catch y'all later, and I'll be live streaming tonight around like hopefully like 8:30. There's no really set time right now, but I'll post a link on my story for those who are watching, and feel free to come back and hopefully learn some stuff. I don't know. But yep, I will see y'all later.